So on Sunday, I remember picking up the Four Source, and I thought I saw another big box game next to it, but for some reason it didn't register. So when I went there today, I forgot that Odama was also there. It's basically another big box game for the GameCube, and one that I didn't have. So I'm very happy to pick it up for $18.99. It's not really anything more than that, but for credit, I don't mind getting it for that price. Later. So this is kind of a long story, so I'll keep it as short as possible. Savers had a whole bunch of inbox NES games at retail price, but today everything's half off. I went there and there was a guy waiting for them at 7:30 in the morning, so I wasn't able to get those. So I was able to get Castle Quest for half a price of that, or maybe $8 with manual, and I didn't have it. Resident Evil Archives and Tecmo Super Bowl 3, which is maybe like a $25 game complete. And I was told that they were going to bring some more stuff out later, so I came back 3 hours later just to be sure. Picked up Super Street Fighter for $1 basically. Pac-Man for the Game Gear. WCW Mayhem and Banjo Kazooie for $3.99, but it's actually only $2. And then probably the best lot is a Dreamcast, a little thing, $1.99. It has a web browser 2.0, Mortal Kombat Gold, and Tony Hawk. And all together, that was $1.99, so it's like 99 cents half off. So altogether, I spent like $20 today. Later. So this was a Facebook deal. Got Microcosm for the Sega CD, Dracula, Fahrenheit, Tom and Jerry, and Wrath of the Black Manta, and all together they were $35. Tom and Jerry should go for about $35 by itself, so it's not a bad price, and I needed them all, so happy about that. Later. At the sale, way back there, picked up a Sega Saturn, all the cables, one controller. Quake is probably the best game in there, and the memory card. So altogether, I paid $50, which is not bad at all. Later. At the sale over there, just picked up 5 PS1 games and this Spider-Man clock for $10. Nothing great. Later. This was a Facebook deal. Picked up Dragon Sword, Ninja Gaiden, Super Mario Bros, Zelda Phantom Hourglass, and Contra 4. All together were $12. Later. Alright guys, so here are my pickups for the last week or so. As always, we'll do pawn shops, flea markets, thrift stores, and everything in between. It was a really good week. I was able to pick up a lot of stuff that I get to add to my collection. So we will get started right away. I don't believe I showed this last week. I picked up these 2 N64 controllers for $10 for both of them. So that was at the flea market. At Taxo, picked up this Spider-Man clock. And these 6 or 7 PlayStation 1 games. They were Red Asphalt, it's missing the manual, Railroad Tycoon, Future Cop, Trasher, which is maybe like an $18 to $20 game. This is like a $15 game, and the rest of the stuff is common. Siphon Filter 3, and Army Man Air Attack. At a Goodwill, picked up Legends of Wrestling for the GameCube. I believe I don't have that one, so that was good. I also at a tax sale picked up Bartman versus Radioactive Man. I paid $5 for that. It's probably maybe $10 to $15 game, if that. Facebook picked up this 4 games for $12. Picked up Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, New Super Mario Bros, Zelda Phantom Hourglass, which is maybe a $15 to $20 game, and the best game of the lot by far is Contra 4. This game these days is selling for about 35 to 40 bucks. So to pay 12 bucks for that, it was a really excellent deal. At a garage sale, I picked up this Sega Saturn lot for, I believe, 60 bucks, which is a really good deal. Very lucky that the last couple of weeks I picked up some Saturn stuff. So the system, I haven't tested it yet. It's pretty dirty, but you know, who knows? It should work. Controller, memory card. For some reason, Kingdom Hearts was there. The games were a crock, maybe like a $15, $20 game. Madden 97, which is worth nothing. SimCity, which is maybe a $15 game. This game was inside the system. Machine Head. The games that I didn't have were Minnesota Flats, just a pool game. This game is actually worth some money. Steep Slope Sliders. It actually goes for about 45 to 50 bucks all day. And the best game out of the lot was Quake. And this game is easily 60, 70 bucks all day. And I didn't have it, so I get to add that to my collection. So I'm very happy about that. This was the deal from Facebook. The guy, I guess, is getting rid of his collection or selling some of the fillers or whatever he doesn't want. I got a good deal out of it. I paid 45 bucks for everything that you're about to see. And here we go. I picked up Fahrenheit for the Sega CD, Dracula for the Sega CD, and Microcosm also for the Sega CD. Picked up Werewolf Complete for the NES, Castle of Dragon for the NES, Wrath of the Black Manta, and the best game out of the lot was Tom and Jerry. It's probably like a $35 game, so 35, maybe 20, maybe 20, 10, and all the games. So it's a decent price. I probably paid half of what it was supposed to cost. The next thing, I was going to Savers, and I showed last week where they had a whole bunch of CIB games, actually rare games, pretty priced, pretty retail. But they were going to have a sale on Wednesday where everything was going to be half off. When I went there was a guy sitting outside in a chair waiting for them to open. From what I heard, the guy's been there since 7:30 in the morning, so I wasn't able to get any of the games. He basically bought over 26 complete in-box games, including Uninvited and a whole bunch of stuff. And he paid half off for everything, so I wasn't able to pick up much. They did say, come back, because we're going to bring more stuff out. And this is what I got from there when I came back. I actually picked up Castle Quest. The guy left this one loose with manual. It was $14.99, but it's half off, so I paid $7.99. I picked up Iron Sword for, I think I picked up this the day before. So that was 10 bucks. And this is what I picked up that day for sure. Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man, Tecmo Super Bowl. This is the cardboard box, the final edition. It should go for almost 30 bucks for some reason. Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter. This is a game that's worth probably maybe 10 bucks. These games, I don't know why I picked them up. Mad World and Resident Evil, just the archives. It also came with six Sega Dreamcast games. They were Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness, a web browser sealed, NFL 2K, and the best game out of the Sega Dreamcast lot was the Mortal Kombat Gold. This game goes for about 35 to 40 bucks all day. It also had 2 N64 games, Mayhem, and the best game out of the lot for the N64 was Banjo-Kazooie. I paid, I believe, altogether when I was done about 26 bucks for everything that I got at Savers. And now that I remember, I also picked up a couple of things, very important things. For some reason, I couldn't remember. I got this when the lot came in. At first, I paid $6 for everything you're about to see. It's an empty box for Super Mario Bros. 3. I picked up I picked up 4 posters. I'll kind of show you a screenshot of all of them so you can see them. So you should be seeing that now. There's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Actually, 4. I also came with control deck instructions and a Sega Genesis instructions. And by far, I was very happy to get this. I picked up this Super Mario Bros. Only box and manual, but it is the 5-screw box. It's not punched. This box, for some reason, goes for a really good amount of money. The game complete these days, this could go down at any time. But this game with this box, which is the one here with this, when it's unpunched, it goes for about 90 to 100 bucks. So to get this box, it was really good deal. And for $6, I just can't complain. So at the end of the day, I didn't get all those CIB games, but this one I was very happy to get. And then the last sale is a little backstory to it. This sale was posted on Craigslist. I saw it, and I saw the system and the stuff that they were going to sell the system with at a garage sale. When you see something that good and that expensive, you know that everybody's gonna go for it. So you gotta do whatever you gotta do. So I emailed and said if I can just, how much they were gonna sell it for, and if I could buy it. The person said be here at 9, and I said okay. So I'll be there at 9. I knew that if I got there at 9, I wasn't going to get it. So I got there at 7:30. The lady said, no, come back at 9. We're going to save it for you. Don't worry about it. So I said, okay. When I got back, I noticed that there was a whole bunch of guys waiting for me outside. And the lady said, oh, they're all here and they want the games, but I offered it to you first, but they did offer me $100 for it. So if you can do 100, I'll give it to you, which I did. And this is what I picked up. SimCity for the Super Nintendo. Tecmo Super Bowl for the Super Nintendo, both complete. Nigel Mansell World Championship Championship Racing. Super Mario All-Stars. Couple of controllers. A Super Nintendo in excellent shape. And a and the box for the Super Nintendo in excellent shape. It's one of those boxes that I did not have. So this makes box number 7 for me. All different variants of the Super Nintendo. And then I picked up the pickup of the week. This was a garage sale that it was posted with a whole, with this video games for sale. And I guess a whole lot of people contacted that person, but I was able to get it. I got it for $100. And the reason why I'm not showing it is because everybody basically staring at me. But I got all this and Metroid all together, Super Metroid all together for $100. Later. So the pickup of the week was the Super Metroid Guide with Super Metroid. This game easily goes for 100 to 125 bucks all day. The guide by itself is very rare, and it goes for a good amount. Sometimes I've seen it sold for 70 bucks. So to be able to get a complete Super Nintendo in box with all the, with the 3 in box games, and this is just an excellent deal. The week was really good. Very happy to pick up all the stuff that I got. Very grateful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And hopefully we'll see you all next week. Later.